Hey, I'd like to welcome you to another episode of Money Matters Top Tips for Success, where each and every day I bring on new business owners, entrepreneurs, and executives and have them share their top tips for success with you. My name is Adam Torres. You can follow me on Instagram at AskAdamTorres. Keep up with my book releases, book tour schedule, signings, all that other good stuff. Always love to connect with you there. And as always, if you'd like to apply to become a co-author of one of my upcoming books, just head on over to the website, moneymatterstoptips.com, and click on Become an Author to apply. All right, so today I have Gio Flores on the line, and he's the Director of Sales over at Confirmit. Gio, welcome to the show.
Hey, Adam. How are you doing? Appreciate you having me on today.
All is well, and I'm excited to get into what you're doing over at Confirmit. But before we do that, let's get a little bit further into your background. So how did you get started in your career in business?
Yeah, absolutely. So I actually went to school to become a teacher. 'Cause at the time I thought it was a great thing. So when I graduated, I taught for about a year, and the challenge was more financially than anything. Right, as a teacher, it's a great career, great everything. But I think for me personally, financially, it wasn't where I wanted to be. And I wanted to get into sales because I've worked in restaurants my entire life. So I always knew the harder you worked in the restaurants, the more tips you got, the better service you delivered, you got more tips. So I wanted to apply some of the similar skills into in a different career. So I tried sales. Kind of started as a BDR and moved myself up the ranks at different companies. So I've done BDR. I worked in the inside sales, went to the outside sales, and now, I lead a team of sales county executives, so hopefully my goal is to train them and motivate them to progress in their careers as well.
Man, that's awesome. I love it, and I love the idea of what you're talking about, applying some of that hard work and that meritocracy. You work harder, you make more money, and I love that about sales. In my experience, that's always been the case. That being said, there's some younger entrepreneurs and or business people that they're just graduating, they're just getting started in their careers, and they're thinking about a career in sales. What kind of advice would you give to that newbie that's really just starting out their path?
Yeah, absolutely. So that's a great question. I think that's something that I ask when I'm looking to hire new talent or people who graduate college. And it's more about, like Simon Sinek states, I'm trying to figure out their why, why we want to be in sales. Because everyone has different goals, different needs. Some people might want to go into sales because they want to make a lot of money, because, they want to pay off all that student debt. They want to buy a house, they want to buy a car. So for me to know what they're looking to do, what is their why. So for me, the piece of advice that I give them is try to figure out what you want to do and why you want to do it. Like if it's sales, you want to make money, that's great. But what do you want to do with that money? Do you eventually want to become a leader? Do you just want to be a sales rep that just, a top rep, makes a lot of money? So just figure out what you want to do. What are your goals? What are your plans, in the next 5 years? Even, like I said, one of the things I like to mention to people when I hire them is find out your goal, where you want to be in 5 years, what you want to do, and what's your why in sales.
That's awesome. Let's switch it up a bit, Gio. I want to get into what you're doing over at Confirmit. So first, tell us a little bit more about the company, please.
Yeah, so Confirmit's it's a customer experience company. So we help companies design surveys. So really, when I explain it to people, it's when you fly Delta Airlines. At the end of the trip, you'll get an email or a text or something that says, hey, we love to hear your feedback. And the customer goes in their mobile device or tablet or whatever it is, fills out a survey, provides feedback. That information then goes to Delta customer experience team and take that feedback and just kind of implement it on their side, right? So we help companies on the customer experience side, and through surveys, through sometimes you'll get calls from companies and say, how do we do? Get your feedback. And what I really love about it is it's really customer-centric, focused over at Confirmit. So we really work with a lot of companies that are looking to get their feedback from their customers, or maybe or feedback from their employees, or some market research, and really look to scale their business using their customers, right? Because As you know, they say like 70% of your revenue comes from your existing customers. So it's how do we keep your customers? How do we make them happy? How do we listen to what they're saying so you as a company can improve the overall experience for your customers?
So I know this is going to change from company to company and obviously size of company and industry, but I do know certain themes tend to arise when you're working with as many clients as you guys have. That being said, where do you find a lot of small businesses or businesses go wrong in that whole and managing that customer experience side of things?
Yeah, I think that from my experience, what I've seen it sometimes is sometimes that those businesses maybe don't always like the feedback from the customers, so they tend to kind of ignore it, and then they kind of as a company they start to shrink and decrease in revenue and volume, and because it's tough, right? Because a lot of these small companies have worked so many years and put in the hours to build something great, just to get a survey filled out in 5 minutes saying that they're doing something wrong. So I think sometimes they take it personal, but I think that we try to help companies, say that let's turn that negative into a positive. How can we help that specific negative experience? How do we fix it moving forward so that when that person who wrote the review not only gets a better experience, but gives referrals? So I think the goal is to really help them understand, the progress and what they're looking to do and how do we scale and how do we help them, right? I think that it is a challenge in most companies, but our goal is to just work with them and try to figure out new ways using technologies and surveys to really help them grow their business and really improve their customer experience overall.
So just so that the people listening to this, they're obviously hearing what you're talking about in terms of customer engagement. They have an idea of what Confirmit does. Just so they know if they're the right type of client to follow up to get more info. What kind of businesses does Confirmit like working with? Is it only enterprise? Is it small businesses? Is it middle market? Give us a little bit more feel for that.
Yeah, absolutely. So we do really well with enterprise companies. So we work with the large companies in the enterprise world just because it's they generate more surveys and are able to get more feedback and results and stuff like that. So big company enterprises that we work with, maybe on a monthly basis, we send out 1,000, 2,000 surveys to really help them get the feedback. So we work really well in the enterprise level. We do some mid-market, depending on the size of the company. And like I said, all of our companies that we work with, we work in different industries, financial, technology, B2B. So everyone is unique, and depending on what your goals are, what their needs are, we can address them. Well, obviously, if we can't address them, we will write some recommendations. We do our best to really help every contact or client that we speak with.
Fantastic. So that being said, if somebody is listening and they do want more information on Confirmit, what's the best way for them to reach out?
Yeah, so the best way obviously is connecting with me on LinkedIn, and then from there we can kind of have a quick conversation and discuss what you're looking to do. I can get some resources, some ebooks, provide some value or some information to see what you're looking to do there. So the best way is connecting with me on social media. It's Gio Flores over at LinkedIn, and then the website will also be another option. It's www.confirmit.com.
Fantastic. Well, hey, Gio, really appreciate you coming on the show today and sharing more about your background and all the great work that you're doing over at Confirmit. And to the audience, as always, thank you for tuning in. I hope you got a lot of value out of this. If you did, don't forget to subscribe to the podcast, leave me a review on the Apple iTunes Store, do all those great things we do to support our podcasters. I really do appreciate it. And Gio, thanks again for coming on the show.